Do you have your Baywatch juice?
I may stop and get another after this, but yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm episode notes.
It's important. It's part of the process, Mark.
Yes, I've determined.
So this episode is Hot Winds?
Yes.
What episode is it?
It's season 2, episode 20.
Wow, we're getting close to the end.
Ever closer.
Yeah.
And always twirling. Twirling toward the future.
So the German title for this one is Toadswind. So
Yeah.
yeah, in this episode opens with
Usually a good sign.
with a chubby guy and a very chesty chick hiking through a trail where, for a while, neither of them were actually speaking their lines at the time.
Yeah,
they're just hiking up ADR Mountain.
There's a good amount of ADR in this episode. Most of it's here. There's more later.
Yeah. And then there's some more back here later.
Yeah, that's where a lot of the other rest of the ADR is.
Yeah, this is
I
ADR
wonder if
Mountain.
these weren't even actors. They just like filmed people.
No, they
No,
have
no.
they have their lines later.
They do have lines, but for a lot of this particular part of the scene, it's just them incessantly chattering through ADR in an unnatural fashion.
That
Yeah.
would be great to save on production cost of just filming a couple of people just walking around and just ADRing over.
Well, we'll get to that part later. We're saving on production costs.
So, basically, this whole scene.
Why is the half a sock puppet?
I forgot to animate this part.
So, a good portion of this is just he's trying to get her to stop so he can rest because he's a fat man. And then,
Haha, fat.
yeah, and then he tries to give her like,
And she's oblivious to anything he says.
yeah, because she's blonde, so she doesn't care.
Yeah. She's just walking like, oh wow, it's so nice out here.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah.
Finally, when he gets her to stop, and so he catches breath, he tries to give her like a locket. This is like, I love you, and then she's like, oh, you're a great friend, and only a friend.
Yeah.
Stay as a friend.
Just brutally friend zones this guy.
Yeah.
And he takes it pretty well.
Yeah.
No, he does a good
Yeah.
job.
As I wrote, she shoves him hard into the friend zone where Czech belongs. Because he had strong friend zone energy too.
Oh yeah, he did. I'm not gonna lie. But
Yeah.
but he doesn't. I'm not gonna. But
No,
he has a bad time in this episode. So
He
I'm
really
not gonna,
does.
So I'm not gonna be too hard on him.
yeah.
Uh,
And so then,
and there's even a good like right after that. There's a good line where there's like a noise,
yeah.
and he's like, "Oh, that's my heart on the floor." That's what that sound
Yeah,
was.
that was my heart hitting the ground.
She doesn't. Just,
Yeah, she's right over her head again because
Yeah.
she's dumb and blonde. And so, like, yeah, there's something that mountain shit happens up ADR Mountain. And so then they can see, like, there's dust coming from somewhere, and they're like, oh, let's do that earlier. So they go up there, and this is a real line. Where is that breeze coming from? Is what Chuck says, and then I can't remember what her name was. Says, that crack, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, and the funny thing is after the creepy wind and the dust being blown about. Of course, the girl's first instinct is to go directly toward it and stare it directly in the face.
Yeah.
While the guys try to like, oh, we should leave because
Yeah.
this is weird.
Yeah.
No, the best would be if they just cut to the intro at that point. Where's the wind? It's where that crack is.
You're not that far off.
No. Well, he did write this episode.
It's true.
Yeah.
Because they go and they go up to the crack and they throw a rock in it, and then more dust comes up, and then the crack eats them, I think. It's clear later what happened.
Well, like just a bunch of dust and wind.
Yeah.
A sandstorm.
And fire and rain. And a conspiracy of birds.
A sandstorm basically blows it, and they're both like, ah, and then it cuts to the to the intro.
Yeah. Only 3 minutes and 30 seconds in this cold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I didn't even have time to get a drink going. Like, shit, I'm still grinding the beans. I haven't even made the coffee yet. And so then, as you were saying about saving on production costs, after the opening, we see like they're showing a montage of like just footage.
Mm.
And then there's a mysterious asshole who shows up with his stick. And this guy, he shows up a lot, and for a long time he's just mysterious asshole with his stick.
Yeah. He looks a little bit like the Burlap Marauders previously, but a little bit better quality in his costume.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of B-roll of like Californian wildfires and shit.
No, the fires haven't showed up yet.
Oh, no,
no, not yet. It's just news footage, and they're saying just like, it's
hot.
It's hot, and when it's hot, people get angry and there's traffic.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all it is on this part. The fires haven't happened yet.
Did they predict California wildfires?
I mean, has it been a thing?
They've always had wildfires. It's just not. It hasn't been as bad as it has been.
No, it's gotten worse in recent years, but it's been a thing for quite a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they would have, fires and stuff, but just probably not cities burning.
Don't like redwoods need fire to propagate or something like that? There was some sort of tree that like needs fire.
Yeah, most conifers in general. That's what the pine comes.
Yeah,
through.
they dig it.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So yeah.
Tree talk aside.
Yeah. That's a different podcast. So
can we go to tree talk now?
No. Fuck you. It's
You're locked in
Baywatch
here with us. So Angie is complaining about traffic. And Hoff is just fucking around with his climbing gear and just not paying attention to her at all.
Yeah.
Like she says that this guy cut her off and gave her the finger. And she's like, "Are you even paying attention to me?" And he's like, Yeah, I heard you. You cut your finger. And then Teague shows up. And then, and he immediately is like, "No, people are bad because of wind." It's not really much more explanation than that.
No, that's pretty much that's really all it is.
They're like, "No, they're just angry because it's hot out and people are assholes." He's like, "Nope, it's the wind's fault." And so he shows Hoff a picture of the cracks. And he's like, "Yeah, all the wind's coming from right there where the crack is."
Well, yeah, Hoff comes back and says basically that like that's not how wind works. There's like pressure systems and blah 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 blah. But Teague's like, but these winds are unnatural and they're coming from this place.
Yeah.
They like define the pressure systems and all that jazz.
Yeah. Yeah, he says you have to find the origin of it. He's like, "No, that's not how wind works." And he's like, "Listen, we recorded the wind, and if you slow it down, it sounds like this." And it doesn't sound... It sounds like they wanted to get the Whitney Houston swinging at 12 keys. But instead it just kind of sounds like some cows mooing.
Yeah, it was like the prototype version of that. Only 10 keys.
And so, I forgot about this guy already. So they're alright, and they go down to Hoff Suburban, drive to the cracks to find the source of the wind. And as they're heading down to the truck, there's a guy who's having a fight with gum. That's the only really way to describe him.
Yeah.
He's like, he's gum! And it's just like all over all of his fingers. And Hoff, who's decided he's got to be hard, lawful good in this episode. He's like, I gotta stop and help this guy who's fighting with this gum.
Yeah, I gotta help this crazy hobo.
Yeah. And the guy's like, he gets angry as soon as Hoff touches him. Because, to be fair, Hoff just doesn't be like, "Hey, man, you need a hand," you start touching him. Which is, if I'm having a fight with gum, I need some asshole coming in unannounced.
If I'm having a fight with gum, there's a lot of, I don't want to be seen, so being touched is kind of well beyond that. That's true.
And he freaks out, and then he starts it's like he's aggressively swiping this brick wall. He's not clawing at it. He's trying to wipe the gum off on it.
Yeah.
But he's doing it real fast and crazy, and then he starts just smearing blood all over the place.
Yeah, it's like he's clawing at it.
Yeah.
It's apparently enough to cut himself.
Yeah.
Because he starts smearing blood everywhere.
And Hoff's like, "All right, this is too much for me. I gotta go." And he goes and he calls it into Numi. He's like, "All right, I don't know what Baywatch jurisdiction has over this random ass sidewalk. Maybe they call it into the...
They're within so-and-so yard to the beach. That's...
I don't know how it works. I mean, Ellerby was the Baywatch cop, so maybe he can like roll over there on his bike or whatever.
Could be.
And so then, as they're driving to the cracks, they've got to be heading out kind of the the deserty area. So they're passing through the boonies right now, and they see a dude just like
well out of the city.
Yeah, he's just dousing himself in gasoline. And I was like, oh, that's not good.
Yeah, it's on the side of the road.
I mean,
He just
how else
like-
do you make an alcohol carpet?
Well, he didn't have a carpet. That was the problem. He's missing step 2.
Yeah, no. Well, he was on grass, nature's carpet.
And I'll give you that. Also, here's the thing to point out is he's wearing like
And gasoline, nature's alcohol.
he's wearing like Hoff is wearing like 2 shirts and a coat. Teague is wearing a long sleeve shirt. This guy is dressed in a coat, overalls, and a flannel shirt. It's supposed to be in the hundreds.
Yeah. They make a big point of that stupid fucking hot.
Yeah, and they just keep getting more and more dressed as it goes.
Yeah.
The only one who's dressed appropriately for the weather is Angie.
Yeah, because they want to have her as naked as possible.
It's not even like she's naked.
No.
She's wearing like a fairly long sundress and
Yeah.
like Doc Martens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, it's hot out. I want to be comfy. And then Hoff's like, I gotta put my coat on
Let's get some snow gear.
for this 100-degree weather.
I mean, it insulates him, so then he can shed it, and then it's gone.
I think it's to build up the sweat, so that he can be wet.
Yeah.
The sweaty Hoff is an effective Hoff.
Doesn't explain Teague, but maybe he's trying to mimic his powers.
It's hard to say.
Hard to say.
And this farmer guy, I think he's supposed to be a farmer because, like I said, he's got,
He got the farmer look.
yeah, he's got like Dickies overalls on, and
I don't think Teague is real, so that's fine. I disbelieve.
you heard it from the writer. Teague is real.
He's just Hobbs' imagination.
Yeah, I mean, either that or he's just eating the other people. Like he's already claimed Donna
And Griff.
and Griff and Destiny.
Ellerby.
Lou Rawls.
Lou Rolls. Yeah.
Unless they just combine to form Teague like Voltron.
Or I think he's eating them somewhere to like the that.
The worst part is that almost makes sense.
It's one of those kind of monsters that just hides in plain sight and just feeds on everyone around you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does almost make sense because if Destiny was still around, she'd 100% be like the person like behind all the various supernatural bullshit that they run into nowadays. So that's where Teague gets all his like. That's her part of Teague. Ellaby is law enforcement and that's a servant of the government and so
And
forth.
he's the one with contacts.
And contacts.
Donald part is the trickiest. We don't know how many rich guys he's plowing.
And
He's bankrolling though.
he's Yeah, that's true. He's got money. So
Which
there's
Donna always had money.
always had money.
Because she plows lots of rich dudes.
Because on account of all the rich dude. And then there's.
And then he just tags along like Griff does.
Yeah. He tags along like Griff. He's a follower type. And also Lou Rawls. We haven't seen him play. We haven't seen him done any singing or play any music.
No.
So we don't know. Maybe Lou Rawls just adds the additional black guy to make him a black guy.
Yeah.
Because there's 2 black guys in this equation, and then there's a Griff, a Donna, and a Destiny. I don't know. It almost seems like he should be. In this case, it seems like he should be a black guy with blonde hair. Anyway,
He's a light-skinned black guy.
he is rather light skinned, but I'm saying there's equal parts blonde girl as to black guy.
But you're forgetting Griff's hair.
Yeah, he is.
Griff's got dark hair. That's what puts him over the top.
Maybe that's it. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we've discussed the genetics of
We discussed
Tiamat T.
whatever the hell Eldritch Horror we've decided that he is.
Yeah. And so they stop the car. Hoff has T grab a blanket out of the back of his truck. And they get to the guy, but not before the guy lights himself on fire. And they put him out.
And can you hear what he's saying at this point? It's
Not yet.
Okay.
And as they put him out, like, they uncover him from the blanket like a newborn baby.
Yeah, they get him like right as soon as he catches fire.
Yeah.
So they can just put him out with a blanket.
Yeah. And they're like, oh wow, only the gasoline burned. Like, he's still fine. And then this is where he's like, bees!
Yeah,
It was the bees!
I'm covered in bees. I had to get them off.
They were in my ears and everything. And then we see the mysterious asshole with the stick. He appears on the Suburban, and then disappears.
Mm.
And then we got the one guy going, bees! And then Angie's like, there was a guy on the roof, I'm telling you.
And Hoff, as per standard, just doesn't believe her.
Yeah, to be fair, he has a good reason not to believe her, because he goes up to the truck, and the top of the truck, the roof of the truck is dusty, and there's no there's no, like, footprints or anything on it. He's like, there's nobody up there.
Yeah.
And to be fair, it's like, it's hot out there. You get mirage effects.
Well, there's also the fact that people around him are acting crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
It could be her, too.
It's true. So, when they get back into the truck, Teague immediately knows who the mysterious asshole is. He's like, this is all the local natives' fault. It's all Indians created global warming.
Yeah, everybody knows. I forgive you.
Yeah, so it's it's this wind spirit named Bruhaha is the guy.
Yeah, I was waiting for that because that was definitely the laziest part of the episode.
Yeah,
it's like, okay, Bruhaha, sure. Which in case anybody doesn't know, just means witch in Spanish.
So then, as they're driving, next they come across a car surrounded by basically the South Park rabble.
Yep.
They're basically going rabble, 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 and they're like beating on the car with stuff.
Yeah.
And they're like, I was like, all right, we gotta fucking help this guy. He's gonna get fucking murdered out here.
Yeah, because he's just surrounded by an angry mob. And trapped in his car.
And T's like, we gotta keep moving. I was like, fuck off, I'm driving. I decide where we're going. He pulls over, and he goes up to the mob, and the mob's just like, they don't want him anywhere near there. But he's like trying to get in, and then, like, one guy cranks this up to 11, wordlessly. Like, he's close enough to the camera that they catch, like, the sound that he's making. And because it's very South Park rabble sound, he's just going, rah, rah, but he's just shoving a bandana into the gas hole.
Yeah,
lighting it on fire.
Yeah, he opens up the gas.
He just opens up the gas cap, just puts the fucking bandana and lights it on fire. Going, ah, ah!
Yeah, and there's people in the background doing the same thing.
Yeah. Ah, ah.
Very approving Roz that his...
Yeah.
I'd have to blow up this...
Yeah. Hoff gets him out of there. Gets the guy who's in the car out of there. And then he gets the car open, gets him out of there. And the mob, like, sees him as the car blows up. They're like, hey, well, fuck, guy got away. And so they start...
We want to blow up that guy.
Yeah, we don't want to... They did. I think one of them even says blow him up.
No.
And then when the mob starts coming towards them as they're, like, getting away, Teague finally fucking pulls out his gun. It's like, come on, Teague, where was this, like, 10 minutes ago?
Yeah. And several other episodes ago.
And so, he fires a couple warning shots in the air, and they back off a bit, and they drive away, and then some people kind of, like, shuffle after him, and then meanwhile, like, two people in the mob just start fighting with each other as they drive off.
Yeah. It's real weird.
Yeah. And so, that was heading into a commercial break now, because then we get, like, you can tell where every commercial break is in this episode, because it comes back from every commercial episode with more B-roll footage and the same footage of the bruhaha asshole with the stick in the same spot, twirling it the same way.
Mm-hmm.
And this is when they start to see the fires showing up. They're just like in the middle of the road the first time.
Yep.
And then they'll progress later. And so we find out that the guy who they stopped and helped, he stopped to change his tire. And then the mob showed up. It's like a couple guys at first. He's like, "Oh, they're gonna help me," and then they're like, "No, fuck you."
Yeah. Then they started getting mad at him. And
Yeah.
Then more and more people came until it was
Yeah.
the situation that Hoff ran in on.
And the axe game, okay,
Yep.
dancing down the street.
And
Yes.
so he works at the water and power department.
The steam plant Pivot.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he works at Steam Plant 5. So
Yeah.
makes most sense. And so while he's telling the story, Angie's looking up the bruhaha and the monster manual on her laptop.
Yep.
And she's like, "Oh, he's the destructive spirit of wind and stuff." And then they find their next. This really is just like the heart of the episode is just them driving and finding the next crazy thing.
Yeah. They travel and find increasingly crazy people to encounter. That's
Yeah.
basically the episode
Yeah,
for the most part.
yeah. And this one is the highest point.
And this is around where I started to come with a better alternative plot for this episode. I'll get to it later, but
I mean, it wouldn't be hard. No.
no, it wasn't hard. It didn't. The thing it doesn't require many changes. It just requires. I'll get to it later.
I mean, be gentle with it though. You don't want to hurt his feelings. He worked very hard on this episode when he was 12.
I know he did. But I'm just better than him.
Not wrong.
So this is the last weird thing they come across on the road before they get to
12-year-old Marty was a fucking drunk. Everybody knows.
He's a drunk and a hack. So they pull over, they find another mob, people surrounding. This time it's a semi-truck. And there's a lady on top of the truck. She's holding a baby. And they're like fucking... The mob is like, "Drop that baby! Drop it right here!"
Yeah.
There's one guy just points. That's his thing.
He's like, "Yeah, right here. I want it to be right here when it splats." He doesn't say that, but that's
No.
the energy.
Yeah. And they're like, they start at one point...
Is that a baby?
And so, as they pull over, like, Hob gets out to climb up the front of the truck to get to her. And then at one point, they're like, "Drop that baby! Drop that baby!"
Mm-hmm.
And so then when Hob gets up there, he's trying to like, "All right, you don't have to do this. Give me the baby. It's cool." And then the bruhaha shows up, and he's like, "Woo, woo, woo," with the stick.
Yeah, at the end of the
Yeah, like at the back of the trailer. And then, like,
So Hoff sees it this time.
Yeah, he sees it, and then he like goes towards her, and then he gets the baby away from her as she just like fucking just hops off the fucking trailer. And for a minute, I thought that this fall was supposed to be fatal for her, which would have been kind of ridiculous because it's like, I mean, it's not unheard of.
Yeah,
but,
somebody could die. From
yeah,
falling.
but not really the way she did it though.
No. The way she did it would be kind of different.
Yeah, because she just did the like step off.
Yeah, she didn't fall backwards onto like her skull.
Yeah, or like fucking swan dive down or
Yeah.
anything. But so she hops off, and then they run. Like Hoff goes back down there, and
the crowd's not happy.
no, the crowd's like, "You trying to let her fucking drop the baby?"
It's like, we wanted the baby to fall, not her.
Yeah, and so
I
Hoff,
pointed right here. I wanted to make
yeah,
myself
baby
very
right
cool.
here, baby, this spot.
And also the dude that they picked up.
Yeah, the dude joined in on it.
Yeah, the dude like, joined in with the mob. He's like, "Drop that baby!
Yeah.
Drop that baby!"
In fact, I do think he's the one who starts the "drop that baby" chant.
No.
And so the crowd is like angry at Hoff, and then one like Hoff's tending to the wounded. I can't remember where he passed the baby off to. I think he passed it off to Angie.
Yeah, he passes off to Angie, and then he goes to the lady who's
She's lying on the ground.
kind of out of it.
Yeah, she's in fucked up status.
Yeah.
And so the dang it, I'm gonna text. Go away. And as he's down there, like, checking on her, he's like, alright, looks like she'll be okay, she's hurt. And then this guy fucking pulls a knife on him. He's like, fucking back off!
Yeah.
And Hoff's like, whoa.
Yeah, their energy is very weird.
Yeah, Hoff's like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Because they're acting like he's trying to hurt her.
Yeah. He's like, I'm just trying to help. Teague's got the gun in his hand, but he's also not trying to escalate the situation. So, he's got the gun in hand, but he's hiding it right now. So he's like, if there's going to be a move, I got to, you know...
Well, there's also a lot more people than the last guy. He does not have enough bullets.
No, he's already thrown away 3 at least. So, so he's trying to keep it cool, but also have it at the ready. So this is like one of the times Teague's on point here.
Mm-hmm.
Teague's doing the right thing. And then a cop pulls up. Cop knows who the guy with the knife is, and he's like, "Fucking drop it!" I can't remember the guy's name.
I don't remember his name. Drop it, Ralph.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, he's like, "Fucking drop it, Ralph! Drop it, or I'm dropping you!" And so then, it cools it down enough, and then we get to see he's got both Ralph and the lady that was his wife in the back of the cop's car, and he's like, "Fucking, it's crazy out here, man. I even had to lock up my partner. Like, I'm alone. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do." Hoff's like, "Fucking feel you, man, but I gotta go visit this crack."
I gotta find a witch in the desert.
Yeah, it's gonna be a thing. And and so they're like, "All right, well, we gotta fucking go." And so next they arrive at ADR Mountain from the cold open, and they see the bruhaha, and they're like, "Where we go?" They're like, "Fucking where the bruhaha is, I guess." And Teague's like, "All right." So this is where he gives the bullshit explanation for how this happened, because he just knows this stuff. Because he's Teague.
Because he's also reading. Because he's reading from a better monster manual.
Yeah. So he says that basically...
He's got the errata and everything.
Yeah. He says that because there's been places in the desert that have been converted to oases, and people, like, they've built places like Palm Springs and Las Vegas, and they're bringing water to places where water wasn't, that it's causing changes, and that that's what caused, places in the earth to crack, and that's what released your bruhaha.
Yeah, it unsealed him.
Yeah, caused the whole bruhaha. And so Hoff, this is the part that really pisses. This is the part that they should have just fucking punched Teague in the face. Hoff finds footprints, and he uses his ranger skills, because that's one of his classes. And so he's like, "Well, look, there's two sets of footprints. There's big ones and small ones. So it looks like maybe like a man and a child." Teague's like, "Oh, this is the man and the woman hikers from the fucking cold open. I know about this." I was like, "Why the fuck didn't you tell me?" And he's like, "Didn't ask."
Yeah.
It's like, well, you didn't know? Well, you didn't want to tell me where these hikers were, and
they mysteriously went missing. And
yeah,
et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, no, none of this pertinent information.
And not to mention that he's also the one who knew, like, roughly where the engine of the wind was. He's like, no, these are completely unrelated.
Yeah, you didn't ask for me to connect the two dots that you didn't know about. Therefore, I didn't do it. Fuck you. So, then they find the crack, and then Angie yells into the crack, and yelling into the crack, not a good idea. It's not. I don't know if it seemed like it was worse than throwing the rock in, but I'm not positive.
No, yeah.
It's hard to say. Anyway, so then we get a comeback from commercial, so we get another shot with more news footage of fires.
Yeah, more B-roll.
Yep. More of the bruhaha in the same spot with his stick. And then we get Angie and Hoff stumbling back to the truck in a complete sandstorm. They can't see shit. They got to keep their eyes screwed shut. They're just getting beat to shit by the sand. And Hoff's like, "All right." They're like, "Where's Teague?" Hoff's like, "I don't know. I gotta go get him." Angie's like, you can't see in the shit. We can't see in the shit. He's like, I gotta go back, though. And he's like, here, we'll shove you in the truck. We'll go get her. Go get him. Shuts the door. Teague slams into the truck right behind him.
Literally right behind him.
Yeah. He's like, fuck.
You see he hurt his
So,
arm?
yeah, they get inside the truck. That's right.
Yep. Doing great.
So they get inside the truck. Teague's like, I broke my arm.
It's really not clear how.
Yeah.
I assume he stumbled. He stumbled into something. In
Well, no, he said something grabbed.
Oh, that's right. He does say something.
Something grabbed at him. He tried to shoot it, even though he couldn't see it. And it was in a sandstorm, and there were two people he cared about, at least somewhat nearby.
Yeah.
He tried to shoot it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Somebody grabbed. His first instinct was somebody grabs him in a sandstorm.
Two hikers had gone missing in the area, and he's with two other people, and somebody grabbed him and he tried to shoot them in this sandstorm where they can't see anything. Luckily, he thinks he missed.
Well, he knows he missed because Angie's not dead.
No, he said he thinks he missed.
And around here is where I have fully thought out the better plot line, because there's because of the nature of what's going on, where there's heat and strong winds and people going crazy. I naturally think to I naturally connect that to some Eldritch horror nonsense, especially because like these winds are like coming from like a hole in the ground, basically. Because there is a creature in Cthulhu mythos stuff called a flying polyp. And they control the wind, and they can drive people crazy and all that sort of stuff. So you could 100% like if you change out the
Nouns.
Well, if you change out the creatures, you just make this episode better. Like
So you suggest they go into the crack to find the polyps?
Yeah,
gotcha.
that is the thing. That is the best part about the flying polyps.
Yep.
And you can make all sorts of polyp jokes. But yeah, there's way too many parallels.
You just have to watch out for the hot air.
There's way too many parallels between that for me not to connect those dots and just immediately formulate a much better plot. Because I'll tell you right now, the bruhaha is 100% the weakest part of the whole thing.
Yeah, like here's the thing, we get right up next. We get the jump scare on the windshield, and because the bruha's face was either covered or just seemingly a dude most of the time. Yeah,
well, yeah, we've seen him a bunch of times at this point, but he's often facing away from the camera, still away.
Or he's got like a hood, like weight.
And he has a hood.
Yeah, and so what we get is to get like a thing like whoa against the windshield, and you can see his face clearly, and it's just like it's just a dirt face. It's just covered in like
still like dirty, sandy.
Yeah, but not like it's covered in dirt and sand. Like it's like made of dirt and sand.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wasn't sure if this was supposed to be the bruhaha or not at this point. I was like, is this another thing or is it the bruhaha? Because I don't think they put the makeup on him in the long shot, because I saw like normal face under the hood a couple times.
I'm pretty sure they did.
I'm pretty sure they didn't.
Well, not on everyone, but I think on a lot of them they did, because it did look similar to some of the other shots where you could kind of see his face.
In later shots, you can see.
In later shots, but I think even in earlier shots, I'm pretty sure. I bet there were several earlier shots where it is as you describe, and it was just a dude. But I feel like there was some of those, that at least one of those other shots, it established the weird dirt face.
Also of note is there's significantly more dirt face on this face than in the later shots where he has to actually see shit.
True.
Because it's full dirt face, and then later it's just like half, and they're like, don't even fucking bother up there.
Yeah.
So yeah. So bruhaha jump on the windshield, and then
just for fun, apparently.
Yeah, he's like rah. He's very haunted house energy. And then they're like, "Oh shit, bruhaha!" No, they don't say that. They go, "Oh shit!" And they try to get away. And then Andy's like, "It's attacking the tires." And Hoff's like, "I can't get any traction." And then they're like, "Well, shit, we can't go anywhere. So I guess we gotta fucking solve this problem." And so they're like, "Teague's got to stay here because he's already fucked up." I don't know how good a one armed Teague and asking contest is. So they leave Teague there. Hoff's got a flashlight in the truck. It's a real shitty flashlight, though.
Yep.
Or more specifically, the batteries are real shitty.
Yeah.
Like, Angie's smacking it for, like a minute. Like, this fucking thing doesn't work. And Hoff's like, you really gotta fucking smack it?
Yeah, you gotta do violence to this.
Yeah.
This flashlight is a masochist.
And so, finally, she smacks it hard once. It's like, okay. Go back out. Hoff grabs the Chekhov's climbing gear from the first shot he had.
And a bag of grenades, I wish.
Well, Angie wished it was a bag of grenades.
No, it's a climbing gear.
Yes. And they head down to the crack.
Because he knew this was going to happen.
Yep. So Hoff goes in the crack. Angie follows.
And
And then they're inside the cave. And of course, Hoff's shitty flashlight goes out. So Angie's like fucking trying to get this thing to fucking do something again. And they stumble over the charred skeletons of the hikers from the cold open.
Yeah. They find the locket and everything.
Yep, that's how we know it's them, not just some other assholes who burnt all up. We get...
Like I said, the dude had a bad day.
Yeah, he did. Really not a good day for him. And he didn't seem like a bad dude at all.
No.
He didn't get creepy with her or nothing.
No.
No, he just took it like a man.
Yeah.
We come... This is where the commercial goes again, because we get more news footage, more bruhaha in the same spot. And then they find the hole in the crack. Like, hey, there's a hole. It's deep in the crack. It's really in there.
Yeah.
And Angie's
You
like...
have to really dig into that crack to get that hole.
And Angie's like, it's too bad we didn't have dynamite. We could have blown up this hole. And Hoff's like, wait, no, that's a bad idea. It had a lid. And if you blow it up, you can't contain what was contained by the lid. And so, this is possibly my favorite part of the episode now, which is then Hoff tries to put the lid back on, and he can't. It's like too heavy because it's a big stone lid. And then the bruhaha shows up. And Angie's like, "What are you gonna do?" And I was like, I'm gonna fight it."
Yeah, that is a brilliant part of the episode.
And then he just runs at the bruhaha. Now, notice I didn't say he runs at the bruhaha and then tries to fight the bruhaha. He just runs directly into the bruhaha and bounces off of him like an asshole. Mm-hmm. Doesn't even raise his hands or nothing.
Well, I think it's because he's in a severely weakened state.
Yeah.
The opponents have been getting more and more intelligent as far as Hoff's weaknesses.
Yeah.
Because they're using a lot more heat and wind to dry him out.
Yeah. That's why he's got to coat up so he can try to work up a sweat.
Yeah. There was the mummy and then the demon.
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Well, they're learning. They got their Hofstress manual and they're reading up on it.
Either that or they hang out after work.
Yeah, like at the Evil Eye Club.
Mm-hmm, exactly. Anyway.
They need to bring bicycle wizards with them. He was right by the beach and he got his ass kicked and everything.
I know, yeah.
So yeah, he runs into the bruhaha, just bounces right off.
Yeah, bruhaha fight time.
Yeah, Angie runs up to the bruhaha. Bruhaha grabs her by the neck, just tosses her aside. Like, fuck off, bitch. He's like, is bruhaha gonna have to choke a bitch?
Turns out, yes.
Yeah. Hoff gets up. This time he's like, oh, I should throw a punch this time. Throws a punch. Bruhaha doesn't give a shit. Just grabs him by the throat. And then it's like, I thought he's gonna just throw. I thought this was gonna be another throw. But no, he picks up Hoff and carries him over to a hole. He's gonna just shove Hoff into the hole of the earth. And then this is where he's dropped his stick at this point, though.
Special stick, which has a little thing at the end that he twirls around.
Yeah.
It makes a distinctive whistling sound.
Yeah.
Which is apparently how he controls it.
Yeah. That's how he paints with all the colors of the wind.
Yes.
So Angie sees the bruhaha stick. She's like, oh shit, gotta get that. And so she grabs it. Hoff's almost in the hole now. He's at the rim.
He's teasing the rim of that hole.
Yeah. And Angie starts he's like.
Well, first she hits him with it.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, spin it.
Yeah, do the spinny thing. And she starts spinning it, and it's like starts pushing it. He's like, no, other way, gotta go the other way.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's like spins it the other way, and it just it basically does the Ghostbusters ghost trap to the bruhaha.
Yeah,
First he like lets go and like backs up, like, oh, and then Hoff can get away.
You would think that a stick with the power to control the wind would have like complicated controls, but it really is apparently just wind go in, wind go out.
Yeah, you can't explain that.
So yeah, she just spins it the other way and wind go in.
Yeah,
and bruhaha along with it.
Yeah.
He like turns to dust and flies into the hole.
Well, it's not even dust. It's just like the like ghosty Ghostbusters effect, and then he gets sucked in. It's like Luigi fighting ghosts in fucking Luigi's Mansion.
It is.
And now, after he gets sucked in, Hoff casually reaches over with one hand and grabs the lid he could not lift with two arms earlier, and just fucking lifts it in place. He does not even give a shit.
Yeah, I was confused by that as well.
Like, it didn't even bother making it look like he tried. He's just like, fucking gotta put this thing over here now.
Well, the wind's going in now, so it helps the lid go on as opposed to the wind going out, where it pushes the lid off or something.
He couldn't even budget though, man.
I know.
Now he's just like fucking tossing it.
What I said is not a good explanation, but that's the best that I can think of.
Yeah. So, and then this is the other part that's a funny innuendo wee bit. His Hoff is bent over and panting and sweaty, and Angie's like, "Sorry about the stick thing." And so then Angie and Hoff emerge from the crack, and this is where they just get into more nonsense. Where Angie's like, how long do you think that's gonna work out? Like, just throwing the lid back on there and calling it a day.
Yeah, this is a real stupid fucking scene.
It is.
Because they stretch this out way too much.
Yeah, and it's just all stupid too. Hoff's like, I'll get some people, like some park people over here, and we'll like build condos. Still nothing about just like pouring cement on this thing or nothing.
Yeah, Hoff's all like, I don't care. I want to go to sleep. I'm tired.
Yeah, well, and then
I understand.
And then Angie's like, there's more Indians than this one tribe of Indians. And how many evil spirits do you think they have? There's been weather changing all over the place. Mm-hmm. Obviously, weather changing is the Indians' fault.
Got it. Global warming is actually the ghost dance gone correct.
Yeah. See, I told you. I told you we all know already.
And then Teague. So then they get back to the. And we're just gonna leave it there because it goes on for like 2 minutes with them doing this shitty ass scene. They get back to the truck. Teague's like, a couple of people. They're gonna come fucking and they're gonna grab your weird fucking bruhaha stick and I was like, nope.
Yeah, they just have the stick now.
Yeah,
so they can control the wind.
Yeah, I was like, nope, not ideal, man. And just fucking snaps it in half. And he's like, here, you get this part.
Another moment where the Shadowrun version, the shaman gains a powerful magical tool.
Yeah. And then he's like, you don't know what you just did. And Hoff's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. And like, oh, I don't think you do, Hoff. Who's to say that part isn't the important part and the bottom of the stick isn't?
It made a whole magic sound when he broke it. It did.
I know, but it's just like, who's to say?
No, it's true. I agree. He has no idea what he actually did. Yeah. Besides the fact that he broke a stick. I'm pretty sure he knows that.
Yeah.
He knows he broke a stick.
And then Angie and Hoff tell shitty jokes, and then do.
Yeah, something about getting the short end.
Yeah, she's like, why do I always get the short end of the stick? And then Hoff says, I can't even remember what the fuck he says.
It was another, I wouldn't call them dad jokes because that's an insult to dad jokes.
Yeah.
But it's a shitty joke, and they laugh
Yeah.
at it. Because T has a broken arm, and it's funny. That's my understanding. I think I do get the feeling that they are simply enjoying annoying Teague in this particular scene.
Yeah,
which is actually surprisingly genuine.
Yeah. So.
But anyway, that is the episode.
Yeah. And this one's it's a weird one.
Well, like I said, with a slightly different execution, it could be much, much better.
Yeah.
The
But it did have a bruhaha stick, so
Yeah, see, that's the problem.
Yeah, like, yeah, there's just a lot of,
What's that around 2.5?
well, 2.4 has the servant. Shrug. I don't know why I put the shrug in there. I don't remember.
I don't know either. We recorded it so we could find out if we really wanted to.
Yeah, that's the only, like, which is also the lowest one.
I don't think it's the worst.
The worst rated thing on our list is Dr. John.
Fuck you, Dr.
He's at
You
.000195.
You piece of shit, Dr. John. Fucking do it. Do something for once in your fucking life.
Terror of the Deep, which is the season premiere with the Ajogan, is at 3.
This does feel pretty close.
It does feel pretty close.
Because the Jogan is a similar thing where they could have executed that a little bit better, and it'd be much more.
And just so you know,
like being trapped in a sunken ship with a monster does sound like an interesting premise.
Yeah.
For,
and to be fair, we also ranked Zargtha either 0.1 above or below Terror of the Deep. Yeah, because those episodes were like very close too.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So Zargtha, this.
Ooh, should we put it as a half a point between the?
It's just always between Terror of the Deep and Zargtha. So if it goes up or down, it just follows it.
I gotta say, this one didn't annoy me as much as Zargtha did at times.
At the same time,
I mean, what's a more annoying name? Zargtha or bruhaha stick?
Well, see, that's just something we made up. I can't blame them for something we made up.
no, but they use bruhaha, which
It's very lazy.
yeah, Zargtha is funny and ridiculous.
Yes.
And Ajogan is just a misapplied name, which this is closer to the Ajogan situation. I think that might be the chicken trilogy of season 2, man.
No, I think you're right. Those three might be the closest overall. Huh. I'm not sure what points I want to add or deduct for my flying polyp theory and all that stuff, because I am fond of the idea of for horror scenarios, especially ones like this, where the idea of slowly spreading madness sort of thing, just causing things to fuck up. I do like that as a general concept, but it's very poorly executed.
Wait, are you suggesting that season 1 is just the straight, like Lethal Weapon, Private Eye thing? Season 2 is full shadow runs, and then season 3 goes into Call of Cthulhu? Is that what you want? Do you want to reunite the cast for the season 3 Call of Cthulhu season?
That would be a good
Kickstarter right now. No.
I think that is a good call.
I don't think Hoff's doing anything right now.
No, I'm sure he'd be up for it. He'll take the money.
Yeah. I know Ellerby is on Righteous Gemstone, so he'd be hard to get. It'd be best to bring Ellerby back into the fold, though.
Yes.
And Destiny.
Anybody we could, really.
Yeah. If she's not available, let's get Destiny's Child. Yeah, this one's like, because there's some interesting, like, it's kind of interesting to be like, oh, they just keep coming across crazy people doing crazy stuff.
Yeah.
It's
It's just that the monster itself is a super letdown
yeah,
in like all respects.
yeah,
Its name, its look, what it does. Because like it's I control the wind, but also fist fights.
yeah.
Well, let me just think. Because is it better than Zargtha? And what was the other one?
Terror of the
Terror of
Deep.
the Deep. Terror of the Deep. It's better than Terror of the Deep. I think it's worse than Zargtha. But is it better? But better than Terror of the Deep. Because Zargtha at least has like characters in it.
What did we rate Zargtha?
3 plus or minus 0.1. Because it floats better or worse than Terror of the Deep. It's hard to say.
Yeah, there are parts that are like really annoying and
I could just rate it at Zargtha minus 0.05. So it's always worse than Zargtha, but sometimes it's better than Terror of the Deep, and sometimes it's not.
I like that.
yeah, agreed. Agreed.
I'm gonna have a
Take that, future Andre.
Zargtha minus 0.05.
How did we get a parabola in here?
Life finds a way.
Need to find the y-axis of Zargtha.
All right, so
It's a terrible name for Baywatch type tribute band.
So how'd you get your band name? Well,
What do you know about the Zargtha?
have you ever danced with the Zargtha in the hot winds? All right, so I'm going to tell you the name of this episode. And then you're going to be like, that was already an episode. This next episode is The Vortex.
are they going back to the Steam Plant Fire Vista?
The Vortex. Huh. Well, typically when it's a vortex, it's one of two things. Either like in the ocean or like it's tornado type thing. Ocean would be appropriate, given it's Baywatch. But on the other hand, it's expensive to film in the ocean. Because you can have an invisible air monster. Quite cheap.
But it's really cheap to film in a bathtub. Oh no! It's Mr. Fish Tank!
The Vortex.
Every once in a while it just
As
cuts
in a
to
Nerf vortex. It's just a football.
Every once in a while it just cuts to a toilet flushing.
Special guesses?
It's really hard for me to make an honest guess here. So I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go with like some sort of like evil tornado.
That'd be a real brave follow-up to Hot Winds, I gotta say.
No, I know.
Yeah, I mean, it would be the Hot Winds trilogy, where it's moving into just different weather patterns.
So I'm gonna read you the description, and
It's because I mean the other option is like Scylla or something like that.
No, I'm gonna read you the description, and you can go. Wait, wasn't this an episode already? Hoff and Angie go through a vortex and emerge 20 years in the future. I'm pretty sure it's that vortex. I'm thinking they're going back to the vortex.
Fucking Dr. John again. That wasn't even a vortex before.
I think they called it a vortex, though.
Did they?
I think they did. I think they did. That was the Mobius, wasn't it?
Yes, that was the Mobius.
I think they called it a Take on Me portal.
There was a football.
I mean, that may have been what you intended when you wrote that episode. But that's not what they produced. There was no cool charcoal drawing or whatever.
Or German's pipe wrenches.
I mean that too. I mean I think they. I mean I can't say that definitively. I'm pretty sure some of the burlap marauders might have had pipe wrenches, and some of them could have been German. So it's entirely plausible.
Well, they called it a convergence.
Yeah. See, I knew they said something else. They call it like a rift or convergence, something like that.
But yeah,
Alright.
Because the vortex is action,
we're going back to the vortex.
adventure. Gotta go back in time.
So back to the future,
Yeah.
not to the back.
No, they're returning to in time.
They're going back to the back.
Yeah.
Going to the window.
To the
Going
wall. Till the sweat just off their balls. Anyway,